Hey YouTube /2x, shooting first video for 2015. Figured I'd mix it up a little bit. We've seen plenty of bounty hunting. I'm gonna go to Warzone. As you can see, it says low intensity. Last time we did one of these, there was no intensity. So let's see what happens this time. About ready to drop in. My mission here is to pop 3 ships. So let's see what happens. Alright. So far, I think we're getting a repeat of last time. I'm not seeing anyone engaging. I think this particular Warzone just may be broken, because this is the same one I went to last time. So there's some Imperials. Imperial, oh, we got a Viper, and their system defense. They're the opposite. So if we look over here at my contacts, yep, I've got Imperials flying right next to the people they're supposed to be wanting to kill. Let's go ahead and get the rest of his scan. So I can see he's probably associated with Crimson Fortune Industries. Which, if we come over here, oh look, Crimson Fortune. So yeah, we have a no conflict zone again. Well, we'll see what happens if I can actually pick a fight. Somebody last time mentioned maybe it's because I hadn't picked a side. Now, I took a couple of pot shots. As you can see, I blew up some of these System Defense Force guys. Their buddies didn't seem to care the fact I was blowing up their ships. Now, one possibility someone mentioned is coming over here and selecting choose a faction. So let's see what happens. Alright, I chose Crimson Fortune. I have green for them. I still only have just this outline of basic nothing for everybody else. See that? And they're still not fighting each other. So I have selected my faction. These other people just could give a crap less. Now here's my thought on this. I think what's happening is these people have no allegiance. So by selecting them, I haven't selected an enemy. And in doing so, there's no enemy for me to fight. Now, let's see what happens when I kill this guy. Now, one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to engage back, and he probably will, and all of his buddies will engage, or it'll be just him again. So let's see what happens. I do read through those comments though, guys, so feel free to leave more of them. I try to take information, I try to help pass on what I figured out, and also to learn from what other people tell me. So by no means do I want anybody to see one of my videos and think, oh, he just does his own thing and doesn't care. No, I try to listen to you guys, because trust me, there's been some really good advice I've gotten about different things that you can do in the game. Let's see what happens. Just the one again. I'll have this guy pop before anybody else even notices. And on that note, his shields are about ready to go down about now. Yep. And there's the rest of him. 79% already. He only got a couple of rounds into him from the multi-cannon. Which, as you notice, I may have done a couple of modifications since the last video you guys had seen. I do now have beams instead of pulse. The beams are doing more damage, so somebody had mentioned that and said, hey, I think you might be better off with this. They were right, I am. I'm doing a lot more damage, I'm cutting through those shields a lot quicker. I still am a little on the fence about cannons. More than a few people have mentioned cannons. Next video I'm going whaling though, so I'm going to hunt some of those big targets. A couple of people asked me where I heard that. It's actually something I just started saying. When you think about it, it makes sense. Like this guy right here, I wouldn't even call this a freaking tuna. This is like a minnow. This is a little dude. He may be deadly, but he doesn't have a ton of damage potential. Look at that. I took several direct hits from him, and he basically nicked my shield. But yeah, he's a little guy. This is like minnow type fighting. His biggest thing is he's a little bit of a pain in the backside to keep weapons on because he's a little more agile than me. But even then, just the right amount of feathering, you can usually keep ahead of them. It's whenever they hit that little burst at the end there. I don't know if you saw it or not, he kicked his afterburner in. Which I find funny because they kick their afterburner in and then they're still able to pivot very easily. AI does a little bit of rubber banding here. Not terrible, but annoying enough. But back to what I was originally saying, look at the Warzone. There's no conflict. Now, maybe when I kill this guy, there'll be a conflict. Who knows? Maybe that'll be enough. Alright, we're going to flight assist off for a moment so I can pivot a little quicker on him. Here we are.
Flight assist.
And that's that for that guy. Anybody notice? Anybody care? Just blew your friend up. Nope. Give a crap less. Alright then. Yeah. Absolutely could care less. Very, very weird. I think this conflict zone is literally just smashed. Well, let's go find something a little bit bigger. But yes, what I was originally saying, I'm going to go ahead and force a reload too. There we are. What I was saying before though, I am going to... Hello, what are you? Oh, Aspen Deadly. I usually try to avoid them. They can be a little bit of a pain in the backside to take down. I'm going to do a little whaling though later. So, after this video, you'll probably see another one of me go up after I've had a chance to hunt down some targets, see if I can find something worth blowing up. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking this guy. What are you carrying? I love that I have time to sit here and review. Frag cannons and 2 and cannons. Railguns and cannons. They like to go wide though. It's that chaff that I don't like dealing with. That's more irritation than anything. Here we are. Novus, you're not going to skip around everywhere on me. Again, I'm literally right next to the Asp, and he'd give a crap less that I've just engaged this Cobra. He's like, oh, you're going to shoot some of my friends? Oh well, have fun. I do that too when I get bored. I shoot at them as well. You gotta be shitting me. Hold still. This is some crazily broken stuff. Then I love that it shows his shield still up when they're quite clearly down. I don't know about the rest of you. I am kind of looking forward to see when the next patch is going to hit. Because there's a couple of things I want them to change. Not necessarily that they're broken. Just modify some stuff, you know? Even though this area, this is busted on a lot of levels. Yeah. This is a low speed chase right here. We're both basically just pivoting on spot, and then he'll hit a little boost out, I'll hit a little boost. Yeah. Come on. Oh, he's going to take a shot at me. Ah, why weren't you using any of that stuff before? Somebody has a shield booster. You waited till he started to get busted up a little to use that. See, now his shields are fully down. I wonder if he tried to hit it earlier and it didn't take, is why he's stuck with that permanent blue hue. Let's say this, though, he's got some good armor. Ordinarily, I'd have shredded a Cobra by now. Oh well. Come on, buddy. It's not all that bad. I don't know which is more disappointing. This fire zone or you, sir? People often call you a disappointment. That's what I thought. Go blow up.
Target destroyed.
Let's see what we got left. Is that it? Oh, one more. I thought it was 3. I took a mission before this one where I did 2, so I didn't know if this was a 2 or a 3 one. So far, everyone in the area appears to be friendly. You're elite, though. We dare ask ourselves, do we want to take on that fight? Let's see what you look like. Doesn't really have much on him. Chaff. Chaff just screws with my targeting. I mean, it's not that it's, oh, I can't fight the guy that has it, but it takes time for the chaff to wear off so I can start shooting again. Ever since I got this new flight stick, it's been a lot easier to keep behind the NPCs. I did get into a scuffle with somebody that was a human player. They started to get busted up, though, and they left. So I always keep enough money I can rebuild my ship if I need to. Nice rule of safety. You're green. Is this really all we have left? This elite and a dangerous... Oh no, a master, excuse me. Hey, everybody else is my friend. That is a really weak Warzone. Well, guess I'll go after the master. Chaff again. Man. Why does everybody carry chaff? Am I missing a memo here? Should I be carrying chaff? So here's the question of the day. Do you take a more dangerous ship with a less dangerous pilot, or what? I love the fact that I'm not even getting help from my friends. Alleged. Feedback sub.
Sub-target locked.
Feedback sub.
Sub-target locked.
That's what I wanted. Oh, I had a couple people ask about that. I am using voice attack still, and I've set it up where I actually gave a specific hot command to targeting a subsystem. It makes it a lot easier for stuff like this. For my typical bounty hunting, the first thing it targets is the cargo hatch. For everything after bounty hunting, like this, where I'm hunting a slightly larger target, second or third is usually the first drive. So, there you are, buddy. Yeah, you show me that drive. Yeah, if you can pop a drive on one of these things, man, they turn into a sitting target. No. I hate when they get bilateral like that, though, where they shift sideways on me, because then I run into this whole thing of one cannon working, the other one not. End up with one reloading while the other one's still full. No, you don't. I do like this, the effects that they've added for you hitting into someone's ship. That looks phenomenal now. You could actually see the cut lines from where my laser had cut into him. There we are. Oh, your drive's shredded, dude. Yep. Peace be with you. You can float in circles. Or not at all. He's just kind of lumbering around. It's a bit late to get your shields back up. Oh, now you put the chaff off. I don't know what to think of that. Did the NPC just forget about it? Be like, hey, oh, by the way, since I'm almost dead, maybe I should actually defend. 17, 9, 8, 7. Come on. Once that drive's completely toast, he pretty much just floats into space. We may be on that now, actually. I don't like hitting boosts that close to these things, because, man, they like to suicide bomb into you. But I want to get behind him. There it is, 0%. And now we're free floating, just kind of doing this thing. Yes, aim for that early and initially. And since he's in a free float now, I'm going to go ahead and take the time. Someone else mentioned this as a good way to pop someone early. Aim for that power plant. Apparently they blow up quicker. I haven't really messed around with that much, though. I think he'll blow up before I blow the power plant. It's the problem. Well, look at him. Getting away from me a bit. Come on, you little snot. I love that in free float. They free float away quicker than your engine almost every time. I've checked with a couple of other people. They've seen the same phenomenon. Yeah, he's dead soon. Hey, I might actually get the plant. Oh, it's on the top side. Yeah. I'm going to put a little bit extra in here. I don't want to overtake him too quickly. I would like to hit this plant first to see if I've been told correct about that. How odd, I'm experimenting in a war zone with this. Yeah, it's on top. Interesting. So it's plant on top for the NASP, huh? No, we're down to 4. Rotate again. There you are. About 3. You notice I'm not using the bigger guns too much. Just a little. I want to get that plant before I get him. Come on. I also don't want to be too close. Just so I can see it if it goes. Well, 1%. Let's see what happens. This should be it, hopefully. Oh, 0. Is that enough to pop you? Apparently not. I call shenanigans. Should have blown him. I got nothing. And he's still in free fall, quicker away from me than I can catch up to him. Oh, but he still has, even though he has no power plant, he still has enough to power his chaff. And his shields. Yeah, so there goes that theory out the window. That was a good one to give a quick test to. But yeah, apparently that does squat for blowing him up early. Oh no, it did! Now wait a minute. Maybe I wasn't at 0 before. Maybe it was 0.0001 or something. So it did blow him up early. But how the heck was he able to run his shields and his chaff still? He should have had no juice left with that much damage to his power plant. As I wandered away from the freaking Warzone. Nice and slow as you please. So yeah, there's your Warzone. For all the interesting part that it was. Yeah, this Warzone's just broken. Apparently you can just drop in, do whatever you want, and nobody seems to care. So, thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, again, it's one of those wonderful broken Warzones, so if you get a chance to find one, I guess it's a quick way to make some money without having to worry about too much of a fight. But thanks again for watching. Hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe if you did. Feel free to leave comments below. Give me your thoughts on what happened with the Warzone, why we're running into this kind of stuff. If you've seen something similar, by all means, tell me about it. I'm curious about this. I want to know what the heck is going on. But take it easy. Thanks again.